Chapter 1. The Gift No One Wanted. The Zorathian High Court was laughing. Not the warm, joyful kind of laughter. This was cruel, mocking, the sound of 1,000 alien nobles amused by their own superiority. At the center of their ridicule stood Captain Jace Varan, the only human ever granted temporary citizenship in the Galactic Dominion. And beside him, shackled and silent, was Lyria of House Vexus, a disgraced noblewoman, stripped of her titles and offered as a joke to the primitive human. "Take her, Terran," sneered High Lord Zorath, his 4 eyes gleaming with malice. "Consider it a cultural exchange." The crowd erupted in laughter again. Lyria didn't meet Jace's eyes. Her silver-blue skin was dull with shame, her once luxurious robes replaced by thin prisoner's garb. She had been betrayed by her own family, accused of treason she didn't commit, and now handed over like a trophy to a species the galaxy considered inferior. Jace clenched his jaw. He knew the game. The Dominion had allowed humans into their ranks only to humiliate them. But he wasn't about to play along. With a slow, deliberate motion, he removed his officer's cloak and draped it over Lyria's shoulders. The laughter died instantly. "I accept," Jace said, his voice cutting through the silence. "But not as a slave. As my equal." Chapter 2. The alliance no one saw coming. Lyria expected cruelty. She had heard stories of humans. Violent, impulsive, ruled by emotion. But Jace was different. He didn't force her into servitude. He didn't mock her fall from grace. Instead, he gave her a room on his ship, the Dawnbreaker, and asked just one question. "Do you want revenge?" Her violet eyes burned. "More than anything." Jace grinned. "Then let's make them regret ever underestimating us." Over the next months, an unlikely alliance formed. Lyria taught Jace the secrets of Dominion politics, the hidden betrayals, the lies of the High Lords. In return, Jace showed her the one thing the Dominion had never understood about humans: resilience. While the galaxy saw humans as weak, Jace proved otherwise. He fought in the arenas, outsmarted Dominion traps, and slowly, quietly gathered allies. Other outcasts, rebels, and those tired of Zoratha's tyranny. Then, Lyria discovered the truth about her betrayal. Chapter 3. The secret that could topple an empire. It wasn't just politics. It wasn't just jealousy. Lyria had been set up because of her bloodline. A hidden prophecy, buried in ancient Dominion archives, spoke of a child born of human and Zorathian blood. A hybrid who would unite the fractured galaxies and end the Dominion's reign. The High Lords had feared it, so they tried to erase her. But now Jace and Lyria were more than allies. Now there was something deeper. Chapter 4. The heir the galaxy never expected. The final battle came at the Battle of Solstice Reach, where Jace and Lyria led their rebellion against the Dominion fleet. Against all odds they won. And when the dust settled, Lyria stood before the defeated High Lords, her hand resting on her swollen belly. "You gave me to a human as a joke," she said, her voice echoing across the galactic comms. "Now meet your future heir." The Dominion had no choice but to kneel. Epilogue. A new dynasty. Years later, the Galactic Concord was born, a union of species, led by the first hybrid ruler, a child of Earth and Zorath. And as for Jace and Lyria, they ruled not as conquerors, but as the architects of a new era. The galaxy would never underestimate humans or love again. The grand hall of the celestial spire shimmered with the light of 1,000 stars, projected through crystalline domes that stretched into the void. Representatives from every corner of the galaxy stood in silence, their eyes fixed on the raised dais where three figures stood: Jace, Lyria, and their child, Kale. The boy was only 5 cycles old, but his presence commanded the room. His skin held the faint silver-blue hue of his mother, but his eyes, sharp, calculating, and flecked with gold, were unmistakably human. Around his small shoulders rested a cloak woven from the banners of both Earth and the fallen Dominion. High Lord Zorath, now a prisoner in gilded chains, was forced to kneel before them. His 4 eyes burned with hatred, but his voice trembled. "You cannot do this. A hybrid on the throne. The ancient laws." Lyria silenced him with a single raised hand. "The ancient laws failed us. They bred cruelty, arrogance, and stagnation." She turned to the gathered crowd, her voice ringing clear. "Today we do not crown a conqueror. We crown a bridge, between species, between empires, between past and future." Jay stepped forward, placing a hand on Kale's shoulder. "The Dominion ruled through fear. The Concord will rule through unity." A murmur spread through the assembly, some in awe, some in fear, but none daring to protest. Then the boy did something no one expected. He reached out and took Zoratha's hand. The hall gasped. "You hurt my mother," Kale said, his voice soft but carrying the weight of galaxies. "But she taught me that mercy is stronger than vengeance." Zoratha's face twisted in disbelief. Lyria smiled. "The first decree of the new era," she announced, "is this: no species shall ever again be called lesser. No ruler shall ever again hold power through fear. And no child shall ever again be torn from their family for the crimes of politics." The silence shattered into thunderous applause. As the coronation concluded, Jace pulled Lyria close, their foreheads touching. "They gave you to me as a joke," he whispered. She laughed, the sound bright against the hum of the stars. "And now we've given them a future." Beyond the spire, the first ships of the United Fleet ignited their engines. Not for war but for exploration. The galaxy would never be the same.